We can now cross over to Athens to join journalist Philip Pangalos. Philip, what's the mood among Greeks at this stage?
Well, yes, good morning to you. Drama, anxiety and anger, I think. Greeks are really, really worried about what's going on. They feel that the government has backed down so far beyond what it had said it was going to do. They've pretty well put everything on the table. They've gone to these meetings in Brussels, and they feel that some of the hardliners, especially the Germans, are just trying to humiliate them. And Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras faces a very, very difficult task. And obviously the hopes here are that they can find a compromise deal and keep Greece in the euro for now. The problem he's going to face is he had the backing of opposition parties when they had a vote late on Friday, early Saturday. He had 251 MPs out of Greece's 300 MPs giving him a green light to proceed with these negotiations and do a deal. The problem he's going to face is he may well have to do some kind of cabinet reshuffle this week because he had a number of defectors from his own Syriza party. Some of the hardliners either voted against, abstained or didn't turn up, and the fear is that he may lose the majority within his coalition. The good thing is that there are plenty of others willing to step in to support him. Some of the opposition parties said very clearly that they'll do whatever it takes to keep Greece in the euro. Of course, one of the big concerns for the Greeks, and I think one of the things they're trying to negotiate, and as you said, these talks are ongoing. We're hearing here that Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras is in another closed meeting with French President Hollande and German Chancellor Merkel. We don't know if they'll be able to bridge these gaps, but one of the big concerns is the banks. The banks, we've had capital controls for 2 weeks, and those are likely to stay with us for a long time regardless. The banks remain closed. There are restrictions on how much money Greeks can take out of ATMs. The economy is in free fall. Nothing is happening. Businesses can't do business. And the fear is unless there's some kind of agreement or some kind of promise that the ECB can continue giving this emergency liquidity to Greek banks, it's just a matter of time before they collapse. And obviously, it's going to be very difficult to get this new legislation in front of Parliament and voted by midweek. I think it can be done. It's going to be difficult and hard times ahead for both Mr. Tsipras and for Greeks.
Well, if Greece is forced to make concessions as a result of these talks, how do you think this will affect Alexis Tsipras' popularity among the Greek people?
His popularity, surprisingly, is riding high, despite the fact this whole business has been a complete mess. And in the 5-6 months that he's been in power, all that's happened is that the economic situation has gotten a lot worse. Down the line, he could be harmed. There have been talks of possibly a national unity government. I think the most important thing is we've seen Greeks, more than 80% of them want to stay in the euro. I think they understand that falling out of the euro and going back to a drachma or another currency would be disastrous. So it's going to be tough. I think we're going to have uncertain times over the coming months, but the priority for now is to try and stay in the euro. But there's also a feeling amongst Greeks that the Germans and some of the hardliners are just now trying almost to humiliate the nation, and some of these measures will hurt the economy. They're going to stay in recession. There aren't enough measures for growth. And the big thing here is, well, two things. There's measures for growth and making Greece's debt sustainable. Now, the best they're going to get is a promise that that might happen in the future. But the immediate concern is money to keep the banks alive for now.